Good evening, everyone. Getting a late start today. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, and we're standing by for Bill to open up the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on the ZOE repeater on 443.075.
Oh, you're checked in, Al. Anyways, I better get started here. This is clear my throat. Good evening, all amateurs. This is Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt, your friendly net controller here in Dundas, Ontario. This net meets 5 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays on this repeater at 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Thursdays on a simplex frequency of 446.125. Now stand by for any time sensitive or quick one and done's come now. All right, nothing heard. Anyways, I'll start with you, Al. Good evening, Al. How you doing?
Doing good. That kind of caught me off guard there as CHML when Bill went out the air. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, and as I was saying to Chris, I'm surprised that frequency has been grabbed up because that's clear channel in North America, 900.
Yeah, every morning I don't remember what it was now, but yeah, me and a buddy at work, we'd be cool listening to him going to the job site.
Yeah, roger that. And I remember back in early 80s being in Bermuda and being able to pick up CHML at night from Bermuda.
Oh, hell, they went way out there, or was that over the internet kind of a thing?
Oh, no, this is back in the early 80s, pre-internet days. No, it's because 900 is a clear channel. So there's only be one other station in North America using that frequency, and there's somewhere down in the southern states, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I remember listening to Bill. He was going to get his own thing going, and I never heard anything after that.
No, never did either. Anyways, did you get any lawn cutting in today, Al?
Oh, yeah. We went a lawn cutting. The weather holds up. I'll get out there in the morning and finish the back half, and I'm good to go for another 3 days. Damn grass grows like a freaking weed.
Yeah, roger, we're under a second wave of dandelions already. Anyway, Al, thanks for checking in. Anything else before I move on?
No, that's that, Bill. VA3IMW.
Okay, I'll have a great evening, and thanks for checking in. I must take you next, Chris, if you'd like. Go ahead. Oh, I guess Chris took off. Anyway, we'll see if he checks back in. I'll stand by now for anyone that'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
VA3RWJ.
There's Chris. Okay, well, I think it's Dave. We'll take Dave first. Do I have the handle right? VA3MHV, V3IUK.
Yeah, it's Mark. Guys, good evening, everybody. I went on the bands today. Pretty noisy. Yeah, HF. I did manage to get one U.S. park. And lo and behold, I had a DX contact with the guy in France, of all places. But other than that, it was not I could hear some guys, but they could not hear me. I am only 20 watts, so. But yeah, hopefully the band's improve in the next while. And yeah, I miss the HML. I miss the old AM around local news. So it's kind of a disappointment, I guess you'd say, when that folded up. Back to you, Bill.
Yeah, and apologies for getting the handle wrong. That's only, I think, taught you a couple of times. Well, good for you, Mark. Well, if you're able to get into France, that's not too bad. On 20 watts, considering conditions, and let's hope they do get better. Anything else before we move on?
No, just thanks for doing it, Bill, and I'll be listening along for the duration. VA3 Mike Hotel Victor.
Okay, Mark, thanks a lot for checking in and have a good evening. Chris, VA3RWJ, V3IUK, good evening.
Good evening, Bill. Thanks for doing the net. Nothing to add, really, other than talking about local broadcasters. Makes me think of Roy Green, who I think finally retired. And then Charles Deering, who I used to listen to a lot. on CFRB. Who's the other guy? There's another famous guy who became a senator. He's now up in Ottawa being a politician. But anyway, his name has skipped my mind. Back to you, V3RWJ.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I know who you're talking about. Of course, I remember you might not remember Wally Carruthers that used to do the morning show on CFRB. So I go back a bit.
Oh yeah, that's going back a ways. You're only old if you say you remember the Farm Report.
Or some of the broadcasters from the 70s on Chum. So there you go.
Break.
Go ahead, Break.
Adler. That's who I was trying to remember. Charles Adler. He used to be a talk radio guy, but now he's in Ottawa.
I remember him. Yeah, that's right. And there was a break in there. Go ahead, Break.
I think it was Chum FM. The Champ used to do his little skit in the morning.
Oh, ever since I've been the champ, I've been doing this.
Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. I used to listen to a guy on CFRB 1010 in the morning. I'm trying to remember his name. He had a good talk show. What the hell was his name? I missed that one too.
Well, it was Wally Crowther, and then I think John Oakley did it after Wally, when Wally retired. Of course, John Oakley's still around now. All right, well, before I move on and take any other check-ins, I'm going to do On This Day in History, which I try to remember and do when I'm doing the net. It's On This Day in Computer History. So for all you computer geeks, on this day in history, May 11th, 2011, Google Chrome was introduced. And if anybody has an older laptop or computer that they can't run Windows 10 or 11 on it, Chromebook works well. Anyway, with that, we'll stand by and see if there are any other check-ins from Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now. V3 KDD. V3 KDD, V3IUK. Good evening, all.
Good evening, Bill. Just wanted to say hi and caught a little bit that you were talking there with the digital radio broadcast. Thought it was kind of cool. I was playing with the SDR, and yeah, you can see that on some of the stations and that have both the analog and the digital. Kind of cool to see it. Did I lose you there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I just had somebody talking to me. Yeah, there's not too much digital broadcasting in Canada on AM. There is on FM, but I know on AM in the States there's a certain amount of digital broadcasting being done.
FM 104.5, 107.9, 99.9, they're all digital.
Yeah, no, I was referring more to AM when I was talking about that.
Yeah, actually that was the part I never even realized, but I gotta look more into that. Didn't even know that they did digitally. But yeah, anyways, thought I'd throw it into the basket there, and I'll pass it back to you. Unless you want to continue on about digital radio.
Oh, no, we'll pick up some more check-ins. No, the only station that I know in Canada, and I don't even know if they're doing it anymore, but that multicultural station on 540 or 530 out of West Toronto, I think they were doing digital broadcasting for a while.
Yeah, that's cool though. All right, I have to look into it. But yeah, I will throw it back to you and listen along for the duration there, Bill.
Yeah, of course, I go back to the days of AM stereo. You may not remember that.
No, I do not. How the heck would that even work?
AM stereo was around in the mid-'80s, and I actually still have a realistic AM stereo receiver. But it got killed because there was, well, 3 different standards for broadcasting, and one couldn't be decided on. So it's, like sort of what happened to quadraphonic, that happened to AM stereo as well.
Yeah, well, some of those, like quadraphonic and stuff like that. I mean, the 8 tracks only had like
song length, it would skip the track in the middle of a song. Very much a pain.
Yeah, no, not a fan of that. No, I was more into records, and cassettes were the big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, cassettes have been around since '62, but yeah, well, the vinyl stuff, quadrifying vinyl stuff was kind of interesting. Of course, there's just, as I say, no standards. Well, they couldn't come up with a standardized system, so it sort of died. Anything else before I move on, though?
No, actually, you kind of have me thinking about the records and that. Just the stereo for that was kind of cool. The grooves and angles. But anyways, random, just EDG thought. So yeah, I will finish up and pass it back to you.
Okay, and thanks a lot for checking in. Let's see if there's anyone else who would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now. VA3IMW. Over.
VA3IMW.
Okay, recognizing two more stations in there. Steve and Mac, we'll start with Steve. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, there's one in the building there. I couldn't get the repeater. Huh. Kings and Kings. Couldn't get steadily. Nothing's going on here, there, Bill. Took a boot down to Huey's there to see if his setup there will load my radio, but it wouldn't load it. It says communication error on his, and it says the same thing on mine. So they're gonna have to replace it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm sorry about that you had that problem, Steve.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but I guess it's better that it happens now than in a year from now.
Yeah, roger to that for sure. So we'll have to see how Kel made out with his.
Yeah, so he had the same problem? I thought he got past it.
I think he did, so hopefully we'll hear from him and see what he did.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, well, it'll be interesting to find out how he made out. All right, Bill, just bringing it back to my home 20 there, driving along King here, and I'll be listening.
Okay, sounds good. And thanks a lot for checking in, Steve. Mac, good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening, Bill. Very well indeed. It's Saturday and a good chance to put my feet up. Except I too was out in the greenery in the backyard and managed to cut down a lot of the accumulation there. So that's actually my first cut on the backyard. So you can imagine it was. I could have used a group of goats to help out with that endeavor, but no, it's turning out to be a nice weekend overall. It was really nice earlier today, but it did cool down significantly. So furnace is off. We had the windows open for a while, but got them shut up now so that we don't freeze ourselves. Just a quick reminder, we are streaming live on YouTube. So if you want to follow along there, just look up my call sign, VA3IMW, and scroll down until you'll see the big red sticker that says live. That's where we're at. And just a quick note, Wade, VA3NCA, is a YouTube check-in tonight. He's sitting in for a late dinner tonight, so not able to join us for RF. And I also see Larry in there. Probably hear from him in a couple of minutes, but that's about it for now. Tomorrow is Sunday, and then Monday is the extra spare day of the weekend. Looking forward to some nice weather somewhere in the midst of it. And yes, we can all echo the same sentiment. Would be nice if the band conditions would improve. Solar flux index was down around 117 today. Extremely low, like yelling into a vacuum. Anyways, we'll send it back to you and listen along for the duration.
Yeah, Roger. Wow, I didn't realize it was that low. I haven't checked solar conditions for the last 3 or 4 days, so we'll start keeping an eye on that and see if it's worthwhile going out. But anyways, yeah, I see Larry's checked in, and we'll also say hello to Wade.
No, that's it for about now. If I think of anything or dream it up, I'll be sure to let you know.
Okay, dream fabricate, sure, you bet. Anyway, appreciate your check-in, Mac, and we'll move on and see if anyone else would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now. VA3LBI.
VA3XLJ.
Okay, two more fine gentlemen heard from there, Larry and Vanya. We'll take Larry first. Good evening, Larry. How you doing?
Yeah, we're doing okay, Bill. Temperature change is crazy. Quick note, next weekend, 23rd to the 26th, the link will be closed in both directions. If weather permits, doing maintenance on it.
Well, I'll remember that. I won't be driving on the link next weekend then, Larry.
Bill, it may be an opportune time.
Yeah, there you go. You want to take me out?
Well, I don't know. I'll put you in the cars and I'll stay off to one side. How's that? Not behind and not in front.
Yeah, roger that. Well, actually, I have driven a car, not on any main thoroughfares, but on dirt roads. Did that when I was younger. I wouldn't do that now.
Yeah, okay, Bill. And I guess the other thing is, I guess it was announced on the news tonight, too, that the Michelangelo's banquet center up here has filed for bankruptcy. So I don't think the people that showed up for their wedding party tonight would be very happy.
Oh, but that establishment's been around for a long time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, just up here in Upper Ottawa. Apparently they filed for bankruptcy and closed the doors last night. So people showed up today expecting to have their, I guess, wedding reception there, and the doors are locked.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. That's a bit of a shocker, eh?
Yeah, I would think so. So, anyways, Bill, that's about it. Nothing more really to report. And, well, I don't know. We did a little bit of running around. Nothing too exciting. Let's put it that way for sure.
No, I did mostly try to do some cleaning today and organizing. So, yeah, just sort of a regular day. Well, thanks a lot for checking in, Larry.
Yep, okay, just one more thing. Apparently, I got a message from Toby in the States there. Who's there with her? Who'd she say? Oh, man. Let me drop her 1 second so I find out who was with her. Oh, sorry. Okay, I got it. Let me see. She's going to be going out tonight with John, which I think would be John and Yuri, along with some other Canadian friends. They're going out to do an activation tonight. So if anybody's interested, keep your eyes open. I think John's down there and Yuri's down there in the U.S. May have gone to the ham convention or something down there. So just a quick note in case anybody's interested.
Okay, very good, Larry. Well, my 40-meter antenna's not working right now, so. But anyways, anybody else, give it a try. Maybe you'll get the magic of 40 meters at night. Thanks a lot for that, Larry.
Yep, okay, Bill. Pass it back to you. Thanks for picking me up. VA3LBI.
Okay, Larry, thanks for checking in. And Vanya, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Bill, and everybody on net. So, thank you for asking. I'm doing very well. So, like everyone else, I did manage to cut my grass after like 2 weeks, and it was a lot more challenging job than I think it should be. But I said it's persevered or tough it out, whatever of those is correct, and you get it done. So, they have a little small patch in the corner there, but I'll do that with the weed whacker tomorrow. So, we'll see. So didn't do much of the radio today, just did a few chores around the town, and I was thinking of going activating the park, but I'm not sure. Like, if I know it's not gonna rain in the next 2 hours, I might set up and stretch antenna around or do something like that. But we will see. So everyone said the noise was a little bit higher today than everyone would like to hear it. So I just might be sitting in a car and listening that net
maybe gonna make it home by 9 o'clock anyways. Back to you, Bill.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've noticed this year, Vanya, how prolific the dandelions are. I think middle of last week I noticed a lot of the turning to granddaddies already. So hopefully with the warm weather, the bees will get busy. But I was glad you're able to get your lawn cut and, of course, all that annoying weed whacking as well. But it has to be done, right?
Yeah, I guess one of the things like which starts with the grass, but regarding the dandelions, like I noticed my neighbor cut his lawn very, very short. It's like always give him a brush cut. And I mean, everyone have them nowadays, especially when we don't have any herbicides in how is it, fertilizer. I didn't put the fertilizer for like 10 years. I've been just mulching the grass and whatever nutrients get from there they get. But it seems to be working fine. Back to the cut, like he's the one with the least amount of the dandelions, but he's the one who cut the grass like very, very short and. That may something to do with the length of the thing because I've noticed my lawn was overrun by the dandelions, but last cut what I've done actually last time was the first time that I cut it this year, and I was on a high also because it was just too much grass to go in anything lower than that. But this will look like it's gonna be a little bit of rain tomorrow morning, and I'll do the one more cut, put the deck halfway down and. Do the brush cut probably sometime late afternoon. Anyways, back to you, Bill.
Roger that. And if I remember correctly, the dandelions, I guess when the leaves are young, you can actually eat them. And of course, I know people make dandelion wine as well. So maybe there you go. If you've got a lot of dandelions because we don't have the right pesticides anymore to get rid of them, maybe we should just eat them all up.
You know what? Inventing the dandelion hipster beer. I wouldn't mind trying that. Instead, putting the dandelion, whatever they have. I mean, they said they have a little fruit in the base of the something, and it tastes the bitters and sweet at the same time. So maybe use that instead of scoop in a beer and see how it's gonna work out. You know what? Someone always done it. If it comes to my mind, like it's someone tried. You know what? Now you got me going. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Time for YouTube University, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, Vanya. Well, thanks a lot for that, and I'm glad you're able to get the lawns cut. And of course, it was a weird day today. It seemed to be quite windy today, but I was out there in shorts and a t-shirt anyway. Anything else before I move on, Vanya?
No, just go ahead, Bill. I'm gonna stay here for the ration and 7-3 guys.
Okay, let's see if anyone else would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now. VA3CJZ. VA3CJZ, VA3IUK. Good evening, Chuck. How are you?
Hey, Bill. Doing all right. I had to abstain from cutting any grass today. It rained a couple of times, and I don't like it when it's wet. The machine doesn't like it. And I see Al, VA3NFL, has a great idea. He's going to get some goats on his property, and that'll save him from cutting the lawn. So it sounds like his wife isn't on board yet, but maybe if he sweet talks her, you never know. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for some nicer weather to cut mine, and yeah, it's that time of year. What else? Oh yeah, I did post on the A-Rig Facebook a couple of videos regarding the solar storms that we just had hit Earth. The last one was an X2.7, I think the biggest one of 2025. And that was supposed to start hitting Earth yesterday. So that means we more than likely won't see nice conditions until Monday at the least. And that's from experience. I usually takes about 3 days for it to pass. But anyways, it is what it is. Happy long weekend, everybody. That's right. Everything will be closed pretty much on Monday there, so it'll be a madhouse at the grocery stores tomorrow. Back to you, Bill.
I'll go watch those later. I was just thinking about all these X-class flares that we have and all these solar storms. As long as we don't have a repeat of 1859, which was the Carrington event. I don't know if people are familiar with that. Have you ever heard of that, Chuck?
Yes, sir. Telegraph lines were down. It was terrible. And if you look around the news around the world, you'll find that there was radio blackouts. GPS and satellites were affected. I did catch a little blurb on that, so it's not something they really put out in the news, but it's happening.
Okay, yeah, I watched a couple of documentaries about the Carrington event on YouTube, and I know that I think it was back in the late 80s that power was affected in Quebec because of solar activity. I believe I think it was summers around '89.
Oh, okay. I think I was doing my carnival thing there down south in the States. But, apparently navigation systems get all screwed up. Airlines, shipping. It's a lot broader. It affects a wide range of things. So anyways, it's been pretty crummy. Let's hope once we do get good conditions there that it'll make up for it. That's all I can say. And I hope that day is soon.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking about you, Chuck, because I have all these zingers, so I got one for you. Because we were talking about dandelions, right? So she was only the weed whacker's daughter, but she was a dandelion in the shade.
I'm going to have to get my wife down here and listen to these. She loves those kinds of jokes. Very good, Bill. And I guess we're going to start calling Al the goat farmer from now on, I think. Anyways, thanks for doing the net, Bill. Always a pleasure.
Tried for 20 years and that one just didn't quite work out.
Not using the right brand of honey.
No. Back in the day, 99, 2020, whatever the hell it was, I moved up here. I put up a fence, 75 feet back, 50 across, and 75 foot back. I got tired of going in there. So I said, let me get some goats. They can take care of that part for me, and I'll do the rest. Didn't quite work out.
Well, yeah, you could have milk at the same time, right?
Down to my know, they produce milk.
Oh, you bet. I was raised on goat's milk. Well, when I was a little baby, I'd have goat's milk.
Yeah. Oh, she's a tough bugger. I don't know. She probably still wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, you just keep hammering away at maybe then we could call you the goat whisperer.
Well, I tried to get chickens one time, and she wouldn't let me do that either. Damn, I'm surprised I'm still married. I'm still surprised I'm still alive. But, hey, doing good, I guess.
I think she must keep you in line, eh?
Oh, yeah. Me and her grew up together. I used to chase her on the streets back in the 70s. I don't know, but she always keeps me in line. She knows what's best for me. Too bad I didn't know what was best for me.
Well, that's a blessing anyway, but thanks for checking in, Al. Anything else before I move on?
And then, but here. Back to that. VA3IMW.
Okay, and I recognize that Dave VA3DCS has checked in on YouTube, so let's stand by and see if there are any other check-ins from Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now.
Victor Echo 3, Papa Delta Lima.
It's alive! Good evening, Paul. How are you?
and good to hear Alan there and Chuck. Anybody else I didn't hear because I just turned the radio on, but yeah, figured I'd jump in and throw a quick bean in the pot and say good evening.
Well, we do appreciate that, and I trust you're doing fine.
Yes, sir. A little rough today. Had too much fun yesterday, so I'm paying for it today a little bit. But other than that, everything's tickety-boo.
Yeah, well, now we got the nicer weather back. Maybe I'll come up and have an eyeball with you one of these days soon.
Yeah, right on. Sounds good.
Yeah, okay, Paul, but meantime, thanks a lot for checking in. Appreciate it. Anyone else from Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable. Good evening, Bill.
Oh, the man with the portable signal who's for quieting. Good evening, Vern. How are you?
Doing good, Bill. As you would expect, out for a walk. Temperature right now is 13. After the rain came through, temperature dropped pretty drastically. I started the day in shorts, and right now I'm out walking with just a light jacket because the wind's picked up a bit and looks like it's going to rain too, so I don't want to get wet.
Well, as long as it doesn't get cold enough for lawyers to put their hands in their own pockets, we'll be okay.
Sounds good, Bill. What I was going to say in terms of Al's suggestion about taking care of the lawn, I think probably that suggestion got his wife's goat.
Oh, a singer!
And rather than calling Al the goat whisperer, just call him the goat.
Any comment on that, El?
No, I'm still sitting there laughing.
Well, if you can't laugh, what can you do?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks for that, Vern. A little brevity and a little humor is always good for the soul. Anything else there, Vern?
No, that's about it for now, Bill. Appreciate you doing the net. We're just going to mention, I don't think anybody local has gone down to Dayton, but I did go once many years ago, and it was crazy. I really enjoyed it, but my word, so many people and all kinds of gear, new and used, and it was interesting to see what new stuff back then anyway the companies were coming up with. So I doubt I'll be back anytime soon, but it was fun to go once. While we were there, we visited the Air Force Museum in Dayton. Bill, spectacular.
Oh, I know. I've always wanted the opportunity to go to Dayton. I don't know if I make it, but you know what? I go just to see the Air Force Museum alone.
Yeah, we went down there, myself, my brother, and my dad. My dad's not a ham radio operator, not that interested in radio, so we left him at the museum, and he basically spent the whole day there and didn't see it all.
That is a huge one. Wow.
And they do have some pretty amazing stuff there, amazing displays. Anyway, Bill, I won't hold you up. Just thought I'd mention that because I know folks are down there now. And someone was mentioning on one of the nets, Isu's coming out or has come out with a new system, new radio, FT1 something or other. I don't know. I have to look it up. Anyway, I'm always interested to see what new stuff is out there, and I think that's a great place to find out. Anyway, Bill, thanks for doing the net. Hope that you have a nice long weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. VA3 Sierra. Just starting to rain lightly out here.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm a museum hound. I remember years ago being in York, in England, which is north of London, and they had a railway museum in there, like a steam museum, railway and steam museum. And I'm going to this museum, and lo and behold, what I see, one of the old Red Rocket streetcars from Toronto.
I can tell you I am a museum buff as well. Probably one of my favorites was the British Museum in London. spectacular. But yeah, any place we travel to, we try and go to the museum that's most well known.
I was in that museum in London back in, I think, 87.
Yeah, it's a landmark. It's just amazing what they've got in there. I mean, even, like just to see the Rosetta Stone, my goodness.
Yeah, and I know that it's been used in a lot of films as well.
Yep. Oh man, the rain's picking up. I'm gonna seek shelter. All right, Bill, take it easy, my friend. VA3CRF.
Okay, Vern, yep. Don't melt and wash away on us. We need you to check in next time. Aye. Thanks a lot for checking in, Vern, and I'll move on and see if anyone else would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Mike Bravo.
VA3FMB, I believe that's Wayne. You took the 13th spot.
Very good, yeah, checking in from over here in Mississauga. Got a little bit of noise there tonight from the repeater, but otherwise I can hear you fine. Yeah, just put the radio on, so I'm glad you're still here. No air traffic, back to you.
Well, there's noise on your signal, but I'm able to copy above the noise, so you're doing a fine job for Mississauga, and thanks a lot for checking in. Anyone else to the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come now. Okay, we'll take a standby for any last call check-ins, any rechecks or comments before I close the net. Come now, VA3IUK listening. Okay, I guess that's it. So I'd like to thank Terry, VA3IQL, for the use of the repeater. We do appreciate it. And thanks to all the folks that checked in. I think we can always learn something new on this net each and every time. So it's one of the good benefits of this net and good camaraderie among the ham radio community in this area. So it's Bill V3IUK in Dundas, bidding you all 7 to 3 and good evening. And take care, folks. I will be monitoring V3IUK, turning this repeater to normal amateur use.
That brings the net to a close. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, for the Sunday night edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net on the VE3 ZOE repeater at 7 p.m. 7 threes. That's how we say goodbye.